thank you so much for coming in. Your name again, sir?
Michael?
Okay, my name's Michael as well. But thank you for bringing this in. And you said you're just showing us your collection here. Wanted to get an idea of what to do later on when it comes time to eventually liquidating or monetizing the collection. But it's actually quite a...
Yeah,
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that was quite the collection. I remember that consigner. Yeah. So I flipped the pages on these already. The certificates are a great start, and these ones as well. Some of these people, David Brandon, a phenomenal expert.
Okay.
So are these certificates something that you went out and got yourself, or did the stamps already come with them?
These came with them. The APS certs I did get.
Okay.
I only sent to the UK once and it came back bad, so I soured on it because I actually had a Brandon certificate on that stamp, but it wasn't 100% conclusive. So a dealer that I bought from a lot suggested that I should get a second opinion.
A BPA or something like that?
It was either BPA or the RPS. I don't even remember at this point. And then it came back faulty. So I'm still wondering if I should just have kept the original cert, and hope for the best.
Well, I'll show the camera. This is a terrific collection here. Are all 4 books British? Or
these ones are, yes.
Wow. So
it's just a sample. I couldn't
just
bring
a sample
everything.
of the collection, but this is
but
a
some of the
terrific
stuff
sample.
that I think is the strongest material.
Yeah. So what got you started collecting British material?
I don't know. I mean, that's what I did when I was really young.
Yeah.
So when I had to come back, or when I didn't have to come back to it, but when I did come back to it, I really didn't know what to do at all, know. So I figured I looked for a stamp store, which aren't many around, but there was one in Lexington that I went to, and I just told the man there that I don't know what to get or what to do, and he said, "Well, why don't you buy a catalog first, and that might give you some ideas." So I bought the British converts because that was all that I could think of.
Yeah.
And I just started.
Well, it's still a tremendously. They're such beautiful stamps. All the variety of different colors, and they're so specialized with the perforations, the watermarks. I mean, it's not an easy area to collect. It's really, you got to have the eye for it. But if you collect it correct, which it looks like this collection is very, very specialized and everything. So
these are all duplicates. Of course.
I can see that, but it's still.
I'm addicted to this particular stuff.
It's good, great collection. I love the specimens up in the beginning, but this is a terrific collection. Really, really looks beautiful. Are all your collections in stock books, even the ones at home, or do you have specialized albums? Or
I have one Scott for the Windward Islands, because that was a category or an area that I was least interested in. So therefore I got an album, believe it or not. Because here you can move it around, you can do your own layouts. And then of course that worldwide up to 1920s are in those albums.
Yeah, I mean this stock books you can really make it your own.
Right.
But the condition, even on the front, is so consistent throughout the entire collection. It's so, you really got an eye here for not only the centering but the
freshness, and color.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
That's what I.
Yeah, terrific. Well, we'll take a look at some of the other ones.
All right. So this is my favorite area these days.
Okay.
Which is Malaya.
Oh, that's a popular area too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't that popular when I started 30 years ago, but now. And here I have all those certs that go.
That are so necessary for the overprints.
Exactly.
And for the cancellations as well.
What most of it is.
All of this is just for this one book.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Well,
that's
that's
no. It's important to have, because we've seen collections like this before that haven't had the accompanying certificates, and they can just be worth a fraction of it, because you have to speculate, you have to be concerned, you have to wonder if these items are genuine.
Right.
But you've got all of these certificates. When it comes time to selling the collection, it's going to be so much easier for whoever, whether you sell it outright or if you consign it to someone, you're going to be able to get a much better rate as far as a commission because you've done the majority of the work here.
I see.
You've gotten the certificates on the items, and some of these are so recent, 2023.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still active.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
instead of getting the certs myself, I'm actually willing to spend the extra money to buy something that already has the certs.
But that's smart and it's safe. On items like this, items that you're buying without certificates, I mean, you could get burnt so easily. You could spend $200-300 on a stamp because, oh, this is a $5,000 catalog value stamp, but I found it for $200. They think they're getting a deal, and it's just not genuine.
Right.
But you're buying items with certificates already. You're paying the full price, but you know when you go to resell them, you're going to be able to sell them for good money.
Right.
So this is more of a passionate collection, but also a little bit of an investment.
Okay. That sounds good. Now, I don't have certs for everything, of course.
No, well, that would be impossible.
Yeah, well, not even all the overprints, but I did get into that thing with the, which you will see as you get further, with like the black overprint versus the red
and the blue,
all that stuff. So, this one I'm happy with. This is, sorry to back.
No, please.
This all never hinged. The whole set
really?
Up to $100.
Wow. What is this catalog for? Do you know off the top of your head?
No.
But I mean, it's got to be thousands.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
I like the way you think, but I honestly, it's I have.
It's a beautiful collection. It really is.
Well, thank you.
I mean.
Yeah, first set, second set with a few of the.
Yeah.
There are some variations on that set that I have. Yeah. Same with these, some measurements on the overprints. I try to really. Yeah,
specialized down.
Yeah,
but Malaya is such a popular area, and it's been holding its value for such a long period of time. Items realize such a close price to catalog value. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, here, for example, I know that this, I know it's fine.
Yeah.
These, I kind of need to do some more research on,
Right.
But at least the blocks of force are supposed to be good. I compared, there was some stamp forgery website that showed close-ups on this.
Yeah. Well, that's how the experts do it, When they expertise overprints like this, they essentially have a known overprint that they know is good, and they take the software and they overlay it with your overprint on a photo. Okay. And if it matches 100%, it's got to be genuine.
Right.
If there's any sort of variation, then they got to look to see if there was a variation in the overprint. But this is how they're doing it, is they're just overlaying them with other, they're comparing them against other genuine overprints. And
it's just so tricky for me because, I mean, the color of the overprints really varies, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This one I'm happy with. That one I do have a cert because there's a green overprint and a black one.
Right, yeah.
And this one looks like black. So that one I have a cert on. This one looks like black, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like it's in between.
Yeah, so then it's probably the green, right? But,
Interesting.
Yeah.
But it does almost look black.
Right. But yeah, there you had some examples of the different, like black, brown, violet, brown, red, So
yeah.
I'm trying, but that's probably never going to be complete.
That's just very difficult.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, this. What a terrific collection! Thank you so much for bringing this in.
Thank you for saying that.
I mean, it's quite.
You're feeding my ego, right? Appreciate that.
Well, no, I'm always happy to see a collection like this come in. To even if it's not something that we're handling, it's something nice to. I saw our card and to know that we've contributed in some way.
Yes, you did.
To this.
I know
this
there's
collection.
at least one in here that I know for sure that you contributed to.
Yeah,
I'll point it out when we get there.
But these, I just love them, and it's not an easy area to collect. It really isn't.
Right.
Got to hand it to you. So this is your core collection.
Yeah. So like here, for example, these four, I think they're probably fakes. I mean, you can almost see that these are legit, and these look quite different.
These look almost a little blurry compared to the crispness of these overprints. They're thicker here, comparatively.
So there are some in here that are.
Yeah.
but therefore I don't even mix them together. I make
right,
sure
but the thing is that you know, and that you're aware, and you've educated yourself on how to tell the difference, so that when you go to buy, you can know what to look out for.
Right.
As far as, okay,
That's
I'm
true.
seeing those.
They
and
look a little funny.
It looks a little funny. Maybe the dealer doesn't know what he has, so you try and buy it, but then you still get burnt. Or maybe you can go and see if there's a dealer who doesn't know these overprints. You can actually do quite well, because it's impossible to know everything.
Of course. Yeah.
So if you're specializing in an area, you can make out quite well if you know what you're doing.
Right. That's a good point. And I tried to make it, like never hinged according to the Scott catalog.
Of course.
And, to make it all legit.
Wow.
Like that.
What a collection.
Well, thank you.
And then these sets are...
This one I think I got from you.
Oh, nice.
And that's
that
a nice
definitely
one.
looks genuine.
Yeah, well, I don't think I even got to look for
No,
for
but
that.
I mean, these sets, I love these sets.
Yeah.
And they do command sometimes 100%, 120, 130% of catalog value, these sets. We've sold them before.
Yeah.
Especially when you get margin copies like this, people love that.
Okay.
Just such a clean and crisp collection. Can't emphasize it enough.
Great. Yeah, Singapore there, those are hinged, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the straight settlements, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't spent as much time on the Straits as
gets
the
really
other
tough.
states. But,
so we'll take a look at those too.
so here's the state of Malaysia that really didn't want to become a state. Once.
Sarawak.
Yeah.
There's a, still really popular area.
Okay.
These sets are really popular. Especially, do you have the overprint set?
I have some of it, yeah.
Yeah, the BMA, and then these. Yeah, these can get really pricey.
Right. I know that one was pointed out as a forgery, so that's my guideline for the others.
For doing the others there. So this top one's a forgery.
Someone that really knows said that I think it's maybe the third from the end, or somewhere you could see it on that particular one.
Okay. It's not an easy area.
No, no. I haven't touched this in a while because the ones that are left are just so pricey.
And you get kind of into the more... As soon as it starts getting more common, you just jump immediately into the next area.
Yeah, I mean, mid-1960s, I don't really go beyond
you just jump into the next... I mean, look at
like
these.
revenue things. And
Telegraph, this is terrific. And then you got the North Borneo.
I haven't spent that much time on it yet.
But still, I mean, it looks like you got 2 certificates for this?
Yeah, those I did order myself, actually. That's the two top values.
Yeah.
I tried to do this after Gibbons, but it's the perfs, I can't. I kind of gave up on it a little bit.
But, I mean, it's something that if you've got the time for it, and it really looks like you've put the time into this.
Yeah.
So how long is it taking you to build? Are you buying each stamp individually? You're buying the sets? Do you have duplicate stock somewhere else?
Most of it is almost individual, except maybe, I think this one might have come as a complete set, so if it's available, complete. But with this stuff, it's hard to get complete sets, I found.
Yeah, it's really...
So it varies,
Yeah. And then as soon as you get into the more common stuff, the next page is going to be,
yeah, that's maybe the last one I'll go by.
Yeah.
There's some India states.
Do you have an India collection as well? What's that?
It's coming next.
That's
well, part of it, not the whole collection. But,
right.
But, we'll see. I haven't touched.
Is this states or is this?
It's a little bit of both, but I haven't spent like a lot of time on it recently. I've been mostly focusing on Malaya.
Is that an inverted overprint?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's terrific. the 1962 BPA certificate.
I asked the dealer, is it okay if it's that old? They say, it doesn't matter how old it is. If it's a cert, it's a cert.
Yeah, well, especially back then, they really knew what they were doing as well.
Okay,
so
that's reassuring.
That's you can always get an updated certificate, but this is good. This is good.
Okay.
That's terrific, and the service.
Try to do shades.
Yeah, I mean, they're so beautiful.
They are nice looking, but it's hard
difficult
to see shades.
Yeah. Especially with you.
Seems so subjective.
It is. It is. You look at the Gibbons color guide and then the U.S. color guide, and they're all different.
Right.
Because they all used, and it's how the stamps. This is beautiful. Oxidize over time and.
Well, there's some newer stuff.
A little.
Yeah, half a page.
There's this pile here is all certificates for this?
No, both of these are for the Malaya.
For the Malaya.
Besides that one on the Pakistan upside down, I don't think I have any certs.
Okay.
Here. Maybe I shouldn't.
Well, on some of these, you probably might want to, especially some where you're getting individual high values that catalog in the over $500, $600.
Okay.
Something like that, I'd definitely get a certificate on, just because then it's going to bring it so much closer to the actual value.
Got it.
There's a lot of these items that won't need it, but we sell stuff like this all the time, and this all looks really really terrific.
Thank you.
And then these get more difficult.
Yeah, I bought, I think, all these from the same dealer, and he goes through someone that specializes on that one state.
Okay.
So he always gets first look at it, and he, without writing search, kind of guarantees that.
Yeah, there's
good.
a lot of people that do, like Pascal will just sign the back for French stamps.
Exactly.
And he's not writing full certificates, but you know that they're good because he's the go-to guy.
Right.
So.
And he's someone that's been involved with the APS a lot. Also, this guy that collects that. So I don't want to give names on camera, but it's a positive. But yes. It's
thank you so much for showing this to us. This is a terrific collection. You brought it in to make sure that you were going in the right direction. This is phenomenal. It really is.
All right.
It's a great collection. That you're detailed to condition and just the freshness and how vivid everything was. This is a tremendous collection, and eventually when you go to sell it, the certificates are really going to help you a lot. And I can tell it's taken a lot of time to put this together and a lot of money, but it's well worth it, I believe.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for the praise.